The lark's foot or icicle stitch is worked into a multiple of 4 stitches plus 1. So I have 17 single crochet here because 4 times 4 is 16. So 16 is my multiple of 4. And then I need to add 1 onto that, so I have 17. To make this stitch, you begin with you need to get your needle hook up to the double crochet height, so you can start with a chain 2, a chain 3, or in my case, I like to use the double chain 2. So there we go. That's counting as our first double crochet. And now I need to double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. And now we're hitting the repeat section of this row. We're going to chain 1, skip 1, and then double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. And we're going to do that until there's 1 stitch left. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 3, and now there is only 1 stitch left, and we are going to double crochet into that stitch. And that is all it takes for row 1 of our lark's foot or icicle stitch. I've changed color by making the last yarn over a pull through of this row with my new color. Now I'm going to turn, and the next row is basically the same as the row we just made. We start off with a double chain 2, or like I said before, you can change that out with a chain 2 or a chain 3, whatever you like to use as your first double crochet of a row. And then you're going to double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets. Then chain 1, and then double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets, so you're skipping over the chain 1 space. 1. We do that until there's just the 1 stitch left. 2 and 3, and look, there's 1 stitch left. So now we're just going to double crochet into that last stitch. And since I am changing colors here, I'll grab my next color and do my last yarn over pull through with the next color. There is our second row of our lark's foot stitch. This next row is the beginning of our 4-row repeat. So we're going to do 4 more rows, and those will be the rows that we repeat to make this pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my work. And now I'm going to start with my double chain 2 or chain 2 or chain 3, whatever you like. I'm going to double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Now here we begin the repeat section of this row. Okay, we are going to double crochet into the next stitch, okay, because I skipped 1 here, so I double crocheted into this next stitch, and now I'm going to double crochet over top of this chain 1 space and into the chain 1 space 2 rows below. So that's 1 row below, 2 rows below. Okay, so I'm making a really long double crochet, and then I just finish off that double crochet, so it makes this spike stitch right here. Then I'm going to double crochet into the next double crochet, and I'm going to keep on doing that. I'm going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, double crochet over this chain 1 and underneath the chain 1 2 rows below, so 1 2 under here, and then double crochet into the next double crochet. Keep doing that. Chain 1, double crochet, make my long double crochet or double crochet spike stitch, and then double crochet into the next stitch, chain one, and then look, you can see there's not enough to finish this out, so I'm going to just double crochet into each of the last 2 stitches. And we're actually changing our color of yarn here, so okay, so there's my new color of yarn, and here you go. There is that first of our repeat rows of the lark's foot stitch done. Now we're going to turn our work and start off with that doubled chain 2, or a chain 2 or a chain 3, whatever you want. Double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, skip over the chain 1 space. Now here's the repeat section of this row. Double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets and chain 1. Keep repeating that. Double crochet into the next double crochet, next 3 double crochets, 1, and then chain 1. Double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets, and then chain 1 until there's just the 2 double crochets left. So we're going to double crochet into each of the last 2 stitches. And again, we're changing color, so let me grab that next color. There's the second of our 4 repeat rows of the lark's foot stitch. Alrighty, I have turned my work, and now I'm going to start with that double chain 2 again, and you might be able to figure out where we're going from here. All right, now we're going to make we're going to make a double crochet in the next double crochet. Now we're going to do one of those long double crochets again. So I'm going to make that double crochet, and I'm going to skip over top of the first of the next chain in the row below and go underneath the chain 2 rows below. So I'm catching both of those chains, making this really long double crochet or a spike stitch double crochet, and then double crochet into the next stitch, into the next double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 double crochet, and I'll keep repeating that. Double crochet into the next double crochet, make the long double crochet around both of those chain 1 spaces, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, double crochet around both of those chain 1 spaces, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, double crochet around both of those chain 1 spaces, double crochet in the next double crochet. Now there's only 1 stitch left, so we're just going to go ahead and double crochet into that one as well. Okay, and we wanted to change colors. So I'm out of new colors, so I'm going to have to go back to the pink. There you have the 3rd row of our 4-row repeat of the lark's foot stitch. So the next row we do will be the last row of the 4-row repeats. Okay, here's our last repeat row. We turn the work. We start with a double chain 2, or a chain 2, or a chain 3. Double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, chain 1, double crochet. We're going to skip over that chain 1 space and double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets. 3. We're going to keep repeating that across. Chain 1, double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochet, and then a double crochet into the very last double crochet. So double crochet into each of the last 4 double crochets. So your 4 rows here are your 4-row repeats. You keep repeating green, blue, purple, pink over and over again. Now you can make the entire thing one color, and actually the way that I prefer to make this and that I see it most often is 2 rows of one color, 2 rows of another color. So each of these little sections here would be one color, and that really makes it look a lot like icicles or a larksified. As far as ending goes, I prefer to end on either the green row or the purple row. So what I'm going to do real quick is make one more row. So I would make here, I would make my next row in my repeat. I'm just going to do that really quickly. And then we will do our final row, okay? I finished that row, so that was the repeat of the first row of the 4-row repeat section that I just did. Now I'm just going to turn and I'm going to make my top border, and I'm just going to make a single crochet row across the top border. It's really simple. You start with a chain 1 to get your hook up to the height of a single crochet, and then you're going to single crochet into each stitch across, 1, 2, and that includes this chain 1 spaces. So rather than single crocheting into the chain 1, I'm actually going to single crochet into the space. So just go underneath there. There we go, 3, and then just keep single crocheting all the way across. I started with 17, so I should end with 17. I prefer to finish off this stitch after either the first or the third row of the 4-row repeat, just because I don't like the way that it looks if I finished off after like the blue row or the pink row and I didn't do that spike stitch, there would be that extra little chain right there, and I don't like the way that looks. But you do you decide what makes you happy, and that's what you go for. No matter which row you end with, you're going to, if you're putting a border or something on top, you just stitch into every single stitch. There's, no matter what, there's still, if we started with 17, every single one of these rows has 17 stitches if you count the chain 1 spaces as a stitch. So there you go. There is our completed little swatch of the lark's foot stitch or icicle stitch.